Imagine a city so beautiful that European visitors couldn't believe it existed in Africa. Imagine roads so wide and clean that they were compared with the finest streets in Europe. Imagine walls so massive that they stretch farther than the Great Walls of China. Now imagine that same city being attacked, burned, and robbed with thousands of priceless treasures carried away. This is the true story of the Benin Empire, and by the end of this video, you will understand why many historians believe the Benin Empire was one of the greatest civilizations Africa ever produced. Welcome to Africa Beyond Chains, where we tell the stories they rarely taught us in school. When many people hear Benin, they immediately think of the modern country called Benin. But here's something many people don't know. The Benin Empire was actually located in what is today's southern Nigeria, in present-day Edo State. Long before colonial rule, the Edo people built a powerful kingdom deep within the rainforest. Their capital, Benin City, became one of the richest and most organized cities in Africa. The ruler of the kingdom was known as the Oba. The Oba was respected not only as a political leader, but also as a symbol of unity, culture, and tradition. Generations after generations, the kingdom became stronger through trade, skilled craftsmanship, farming, and disciplined leadership. This was not a small village, this was an empire. When the Portuguese traders first arrived in the 1400s, they expected to find simple settlements. Instead, they found something that surprised them: wide streets, beautiful buildings, orderly neighborhoods, busy markets, strong security. One European visitor even wrote that the streets were cleaner and more organized than many cities in Europe. Think about that. At a time when many people around the world wrongly believed Africa had no great cities, Benin was already proving them wrong. But perhaps the most incredible achievement was the city's massive earthworks. The walls and the surrounding ditches stretch for thousands of kilometers when all connected sections are considered. They protected communities and demonstrated remarkable planning and engineering. Imagine building something on that scale centuries ago without modern machines. That is African excellence. Now let's talk about the famous Benin bronzes. These were not ordinary decorations, they were masterpieces. Benin artists created detailed plaques, royal heads, statues, and ceremonial objects from bronze, brass, and ivory, and other materials. Every piece told a story. Some celebrated kings, some honored warriors, others recorded important events. They were history books made from metals. Even today, museums around the world display these works because of their extraordinary craftsmanship. Many experts consider them among the greatest artistic achievements in human history. These artists achieved this century before modern technology. African creativity has always existed. It simply wasn't always given the recognition it deserves. Sadly, every great story has a painful chapter. In 1897, British forces launched what became known as the Punitive Expedition against Benin. The city was attacked. Large parts of it were burned. Thousands of artworks were taken. Many of the famous Benin bronzes end up in museums and private collections across Europe and Northern America. For generations, people admire these treasures without knowing the full story of how many of them left Benin. Today, an important conversation continues around the world. Several museums have begun returning some of these artworks to Nigeria, while others are still discussing future returns. The story of the Benin bronzes is not only about art, it is about history, identity, and culture. The Benin Empire reminds us of something powerful. Africa has never been a continent without history. Africa has always been home to engineers, artists, architects, leaders, traders, and scholars. Also, innovators. The Benin Empire is a proof that greatness existed here long before colonialism. Our responsibility today is to invent that greatness. It is also to remember, learn from it, and share it with the world. So the next time someone says Africa has no history, tell them about the kingdom hidden in the forest of southern Nigeria. Tell them about the city that amazed European visitors. Tell them about the artists whose work still captivate the world, and tell them about the Benin Empire. Because history isn't only what happened, history is what we choose never to forget. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs to hear the story. Follow Africa Beyond Chains, where every episode uncover another forgotten chapter of Africa's remarkable past. Until the next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep telling Africa's story.